Yeah, DJ content. I went to all the clubs and I gave them like my mixtapes, like hoping they would invite me to play there. But actually nobody invited me, so I started to organize my own parties, like small parties, first for friends and then like a little bit bigger in my hometown Antwerp. And then yeah, I don't know, like after a while people invited me to play at their bars and clubs, and from then on it went like, yeah, and now I'm 34, I'm still playing, but I could never have dreamed what I do now, like traveling the world with my music and still DJing and call this my job because it's my passion, my hobby.
Yeah. Let me see, you can do. Bueno, él empezó, como les estaba diciendo, en competencias y él daba sus tapes y me dice que no le paraban, al principio no lo pescaban. Entonces él empezó a hacer sus propias fiestas y ahí fue creciendo en
Antwerp in Belgium. Or what do you mean? Where I'm from?
Yes.
Yeah, Antwerp.
De Bélgica, y que bueno, en ese momento en que empezó a hacer fiestas se volvió todo más grande y de repente ya se ve ahora trabajando, bueno, él dice que un trabajo, pero es que hace su pasión y que trabaja por el mundo y viaje, que nunca se imaginó que iba a llegar a donde está ahora.
Yeah, I think that, in short, that's my story, I think. That's how it all started, passion for music, and I started playing at home, like I said, trance music, but the first bars I had the chance to play, I had to play everything from R&B, hip-hop, techno, trance, everything. So I think for the first 4 years, 5 years maybe, I played all kind of music, from pop music to everything. Whether people asked, I had to play it. So actually that made me, as a DJ, a better DJ.
I want to rescue that.
Yeah.
Él comenta que durante aproximadamente 5 años, los primeros 5 años de su carrera, él tocó de todo, desde R&B hasta pop, y considera que esto es básicamente lo que lo forma ahora a él como un gran DJ.
I think that's my story, like where it started. So.
¿Alguien quiere hacer alguna pregunta en base a lo que está hablando hoy?
Spanish is very good.
Vamos a hacer un par de gente hacer
Sí.
Hello, my name is Buzz.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I wanted to know how did you started like producing your own parties at first, because you said that at first it was you, because the contests were not like your thing, you were not winning, and you started like just by yourself. How did you promote all those parties? Like, because in those times they were not like Facebook or Instagram. How did you do that?
Yeah, the thing is, I really wanted to play in clubs and bars, so that's why I started like small parties, but just invited my friends. So
And the friends of your friends and that.
yeah, I think the first party was, I don't know, for 50 people, and yeah, from one party came another party, and I think, yeah, it took me a few years, but then even with this guy I organized, like, I don't know, 10 years ago we organized a party in a local club in Antwerp, and we did everything. We booked the dancers, I think the theme was then like a circus night or something like that.
Was it profitable?
No, actually no. But I have to say, for me, the most important thing was that people would get to know me as a DJ, especially like in Antwerp at that time. There were like every bar they already had their DJ. So, and I wanted really to people that like, hey, book me, take me, to give me a chance. So, and yeah, because of the party, that gave me like, I don't know, it opened the door to the other small clubs, and yeah.
So it was a success at the end.
Yeah, a success for me as a DJ, but not like for profit, or it's not that it made me rich or everything. But that was never my goal. My goal was like, for example, the flyers at that time. I went at night. We flyer to the people. We put it like every car between the windows, all the flyers. So I did that myself. Like for weeks, I was flying every night for my parties. So, but for me, it was just like promoting me as a DJ. So.
Great, thank you.
Ok. Básicamente lo que ella preguntó era cómo se había promovido si en esa época, o sea, si estamos hablando de más o menos 10 años atrás, no había Instagram, no había Facebook, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. Entonces, lo que dice YVES básicamente es que por medio de las fiestas, él se promueve. Entonces formé la fiesta que primero empezó muy local, muy pequeño y luego se fue volviendo a algo más masivo, ¿no? También, bueno, tú me puedes ayudar a...
Sí.
Lo otro que le preguntaste si había sido, si le había dado un retorno, ¿no? A la
Claro,
inversión,
pues,
si había sido profitable.
Rentable.
Rentable.
Lo que dice que explicó que finalmente lo que quería hacer era mostrar su música más que nada y
Claro.
no probablemente lo de los flyers, todo plata y todo, pero que ese no era el fin de él, era empezar a conocer su música.
Por
Y lo
supuesto.
consiguió.
Y había dicho que, bueno, me gustó ese relato de que él hacía sus flyers y los iba poniendo auto por auto. Entonces, en un inicio para él no era tanto el retorno, sino era más bien promoverse a él mismo, ¿no? Como DJ.
Sí.
I want to know, how did you get the musical background, like harmony, theory, how to compose, how to write music? Where did you learn that?
Yeah, sorry. So I can
Yeah,
introduce
sure.
and don't lose the idea.
Lo que quiero saber es cómo él aprendió el background musical, las escalas, acordes, teoría, cómo componer, cómo escribir música.
Yeah. Actually, I don't remember at what age it was, but my parents they sent me to a music school after my normal school. So I think for 4 years I did that, and at that time I played like the violins. Unfortunately, I never played the piano, so I have to say when I started producing, for me that was a big problem because piano is totally not my thing. I wish I did piano, but I never had to use the violins. So how I made it was more like in the beginning I was just searching for the MIDIs online, and I started all my tracks from existing MIDIs. And then later on, when I, for example, when I have to write a melody, I draw it. I'm not playing it. I just draw the notes, and it takes me hours, but yeah, to make a melody. It's very difficult to explain because I'm not that kind of a musician. For example, I have a studio partner, and he's like, I learn every day from him. So he can play it like what I do in a day, he does it in 2 minutes. Yeah, it's true. So for now, I'm lucky I can work also with guys who are much better than me. But at the end, yeah, I just studied myself. Also in the beginning, there was not YouTube, because now you can find everything, every tutorial, everything what you want to know, you find it. So it's much better than that. But I suppose I just have my own way to create it.
Your own workflow.
Sorry?
Your own workflow.
Yeah.
You start writing notes.
Yeah, and if I finally have the melody, then I always double check it with, for example, my studio partner, because he has a little bit more knowledge about the right, how do you say in English, octaves? No.
Oh, the chords, octaves.
Yeah.
All of
So
that.
I just double check with him.
Okay.
That's the only thing. But I have to say, I do everything like with my ears, and almost every time it's like right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ok, bueno. Entonces, como estaba preguntando él sobre cómo era su formación en cuanto musical, I dijo 4 or 5 years.
Actually, I don't remember. I think 4 or 5. Yeah, it was 4 or 5
Estuvo estudiando
years.
aproximadamente como 4 o 5 años música, y él tocaba ahora violín, y dice que en verdad le hubiera gustado haber estudiado piano, porque es lo que está más asociado a lo que es la producción musical, lo que te facilita más producir, ¿no? Y componer. Pero dice que en un principio él agarraba solamente los MIDIs, y que de hecho dibujaba cómo iba la armonía, no sabe, no tiene mucho conocimiento teórico, pero que todo lo deja llevar por la armonía del oído. Y que dice que tiene un compañero de estudio, del cual,
aprende cada día.
the word too long.
Sorry.
I'm going to start to interrupt you
Okay,
more
yeah,
often
sure. Yeah.
Pero claro, que aprende cada día de su compañero de estudio, y el cual tiene un conocimiento teórico musical más sólido, ¿no? Pero que eso.
Me gustaría saber, en general los artistas siempre tienen un tiempo de bloqueo, no sé cómo decirlo, bloqueo emocional o bloqueo de creatividad. Y me gustaría saber si él ha vivido eso y cómo lo ha superado.
Okay. He wants to know, like he says, frequently artists have some kind of block, mentally block, like when you were not inspired. And he wants to know if you had that and how you overcome.
I think everyone has that. Even I went in the studio, for example, with like Mike in Dj YVES. We were in the studio and we were working, and after a few hours we didn't know anymore what to do or which direction we had to.
Él dice que todos los artistas, cree que todo el mundo tiene ese tipo de bloqueos, que han estado en estudios con Dimitri Vegas, Dimitri Vegas and like Mike, y que todos tienen ese bloqueo.
Small DJs from Belgium.
Pequeños DJs
No, but I was just yeah, I did with them, but I think it's normal. Everyone has it. The best thing to do then for me is just to stop and think about something else, do something else, and go back in the studio the next day. Because
él dice que todo el mundo, él dice que todo el mundo tiene eso, que es muy normal, y que su mejor consejo es parar y hacer otra cosa, pensar en otra cosa y volver al estudio el día después.
Or of course listen to other music, like put some music on and maybe that inspires you and gives you new ideas. So, yeah.
O también hablar con otros músicos, poner otra música, inspirarte, buscar ideas.
That's what I do when I don't have inspiration or that.
Y que eso es lo que hace cuando de repente no puede conseguir la inspiración y se bloquea, básicamente.
Hello.
I have three short questions for you.
Yeah, sure.
The first one is, what kind of software you use for producing?
Yeah.
And how do you do, you just told us how you did it before.
Yeah.
And I need to know how you do it now. Like, what do you use for doing your music? And the other two questions are just personal things, like name your favorite producer right now.
Yeah.
And at what point of your career you think that you took this jump into being, I don't know, Tomorrowland resident, for example, or I imagine that you have a certain point in your career that you name that this is the point where I became more known or something.
Yeah.
Do you get all three of them?
Yeah. We'll start with the first one. Maybe you have to translate the first one.
Primera pregunta. En español para los chicos.
¿Qué software usa para producir su música? ¿Y con qué instrumento, qué MIDI lo hace?
The first software I started using, yeah, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, was actually Musix. It was a Belgian program. I know one other DJ who worked with it was also a Belgian producer, DJ Koen from the hardstyle jump. Yeah.
El primer software que usé era uno llamado
Musix. Yeah, Musix.
Pero era un programa belga.
Yeah, so that's actually the program I started using. It was very easy to use, but it was very limited. But for the beginning, for learning to produce, because I actually started learning to produce way too late in my career. I wish I started much earlier, so I'm still learning every day. But that program was actually perfect to learn, it was very easy. But then at one point, of course, yeah, you want to evolve, and the thing was that the program, they didn't evolve. They made it, but they never made updates or anything. So yeah, so that's why I changed to Logic, and I worked like from then, actually until a few months ago, on Logic 8.
Okay.
But that made me a big problem because yeah, with the Logic 10 now I have to reinstall everything. That's my problem at the moment.
Okay. Bueno, entonces nos contaba que él empezó a producir en este programa belga, que era muy fácil para él, muy simple, y dice que empezó a producir muy tarde en su carrera, que le hubiera gustado haber empezado a producir mucho antes. Pero para este momento era bastante de un fácil uso. ¿Y qué pasó? Él va evolucionando y por ende quiere que el programa evolucione también. El problema fue que no evolucionó y ahí es cuando él cambia al Logic. Y hace poco estuvo usando, dice Logic 8, Logic 8 y eso.
Yeah, okay.
Logic 8.
And then the second question
was
sorry.
your favorite producer right now, and maybe producer and DJ. They are different between each other.
Yeah, for sure they're different, because I think, like for now, everybody watching a DJ, and like for example in the top 100s, I think people, they should make a top 100 for producers and for DJs, because for me it's something totally different. I think the art of DJing and the art of producing. Producer nowadays, I'm a big fan, and I think a lot of people are, from Kashmir. It's like an upcoming guy in our scene. Before he made a lot of productions for like Fast East Movement and yeah, some other guys in the hip hop. But now what he's doing, for me, it sounds really fresh, and yeah, I'm just a big fan of what he's doing now. Like, so Kashmir as a producer, and as a DJ, I think Layback Luke, for me, is technical one of the better DJs. Last Tomorrowland we did like the superheroes together, back to back. So for me, actually it was one of the guys where I was like watching when I was starting DJing, and now so many years later I had the privilege to play with him together. So for me it was an amazing moment. But I think he's also not afraid to make mistakes, even live. He makes mistakes, but he's technical, I think one of the better DJs.
Ok. Nos comenta que, bueno, él le había preguntado que cuál era su DJ favorito y su productor favorito ahora. Y nos comentaba que para él, actualmente lo ve como algo que totalmente distinto. Y piensa que en las carteleras de ranks debería haber distinto top 10 para DJs o top 10 para productores. Y nos comenta que su productor favorito es, you're going to help me with the
Kashmir.
Kashmir.
Yeah.
Y que en cuanto a su DJ name,
Layback Luke.
Layback Luke. Eso.
Okay. And then the last question, sorry, can you answer?
That point in your career when you think you jumped into like fame.
Yeah, I think everybody would think I would say Tomorrowland, but actually that was not the point in my career. That, of course, at the end, but I started at Tomorrowland when Tomorrowland was small. So the first Tomorrowland I played at the main stage, maybe, I don't know, 300, 400, 500 people were standing in front of me. And also at that time when I told my friends, hey, I'm playing at Tomorrowland, nobody was like, okay.
Bueno, él nos comenta que, bueno, el amigo preguntaba cuándo fue que él dio el salto en su carrera y dice que habría sido con Tomorrowland, pero que de hecho él empezó en Tomorrowland cuando no era tan conocido el festival. Básicamente habían 300 personas y que cuando le decía a sus amigos que iba a tocar en Tomorrowland no había gran sorpresa.
No, but like everybody knows now, Tomorrowland is like, I don't know, if everywhere in the world people know Tomorrowland. When I say I'm from Belgium, sometimes I say like, and where are you? I say Tomorrowland, and then they're like, wow. So of course, in my career that was like a huge thing, but it was more like an evolution. I just did the evolution together with the festival. So for me it was not like from one day in another like this was. Now my career changed. I think it was more with the productions. Like a few years ago, I did a track Cloudbreaker with Basto. I don't know if you guys know him, but in Europe and in like Russia, and was a very huge hit. So I think for me that made me like more faster, like bigger.
Okay.
But of course, in all of my career, like the biggest thing, of course, is Tomorrowland.
Okay. Bueno, como decía antes, él empezó en Tomorrowland cuando el festival estaba apenas comenzando, entonces no fue, o sea, el salto en la carrera, en la carrera no fue así como de un golpe, de un día para otro, sino que fue algo más progresivo, ¿no? En la medida que iba mejorando la producción incluso del festival, él también iba creciendo. Another question.
No.
No, perdón, casi se me olvidó, muy importante. Y que el salto realmente fue haber colaborado con
Basto. The track was Cloudbreaker.
Okay. Y el track was Cloudbreaker. Eso era muy importante.
Acá, ¿cuáles son sus clubes favoritos en todo el mundo para tocar?
What are your favorite clubs?
Clubs. Like for the summer season, like in Europe, I think Guaba Beach Club. It's in Cyprus. It's an insane club. It's outdoor. It's always full packed and it's on fire. People have like the red fire from the football.
Okay.
It's just a crazy atmosphere.
Okay.
And
But sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, I forget.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I want
Of
to
course,
share
of course.
with the
Yeah.
kids. Él dice que su club, así el que más le gusta es, what's the name of the club?
Guava.
Guava. Y que dice que es loquísimo, que hay fuego, que está muy bien armado, que incluso tienen estas luces que son como rojas que ponen en los juegos de fútbol. Luces de bengala.
Yeah, but yeah, there are so many good clubs and beautiful clubs in the world. Like Green Valley in Brazil, they call it a club, but for me it's like a festival. In the season they have, I think, almost every day, all the big names. They have between 7,000 and 10,000 people a day, so it's amazing. I think in Brazil, for me, for South America, is like crazy. They have such a big scenes, so many clubs, and always full. Yeah.
Okay. Dice que en Brasil está otro club que le gusta muchísimo. What was the name of the club?
Green Valley.
Green Valley. Y que, bueno, que en términos generales habla muy bien de Brasil, ¿no? Que dice que hay los clubs están siempre full y well packed, bien armados.
Have you ever played in Vegas?
Actually, no, not yet. It's really strange. I play all over the world. I played in the US, but not that many times. Also, as a DJ, it's strange. You can be like a big name in that country, and in other country they don't know you. So I think for me, the US, I don't know how it goes. I played in Pacha, New York. I did some clubs, of course, Tomorrow World. But for the moment, I know my agency now is working on a tour in the US, but that's actually the only part of the world where I don't play that often.
Okay. Él me preguntó si él había tocado en Las Vegas y Ives nos comenta que no ha tocado mucho allá y que es curioso cómo en algunos lugares del mundo es bien conocido y luego cuando vas a lugares muy específicos no le eres en lo absoluto, ¿no? Pero que en Las Vegas no está muy familiarizado con Las Vegas.
No.
¿Otra pregunta?
Él hace un rato dijo que hoy en día casi todos son DJs, o como la mayoría quiere serlo. ¿Qué consejo le daría él a las personas que recién están empezando?
Okay. He wants to know, well, you said that nowadays everyone wants to be a DJ, or everyone thinks it is a DJ. And what advice would you tell them from beginners?
You mean to make it, or?
To make.
Yeah, I think the most important thing that you have to do it because music is your passion and not because you want to stand there for the girls or for the money. Or because I know a lot of people think that, but like especially DJing on a high level is really hard work. If it's not your passion, I don't think you can reach it, because for me music is like 24 hours a day. When I wake up or when I go to sleep, I'm always thinking about music. I'm always doing emails, social media, producing, DJs. My life is just all about music. And yeah, maybe first.
Yes, thanks. Él nos dice básicamente que es pasión. Que pueden haber muchas razones. Hay mucha gente que lo hace por la fama, por las chicas, por esa vida social. Pero que para él es pasión, que él piensa en música 24/7, él se despierta y piensa en música, él se va a dormir y piensa en música, y nada.
Yeah, and for just like tips, I don't know, I think it's very important to don't give up, believe in yourself, like if you believe like, I don't know, tech house is my thing, you just have to go for it and don't try to follow everyone else. I know it's very difficult because especially nowadays, like in my genre, that's really difficult because everybody is playing the same, but still then you have to try to do your own thing. Like in my style it's more like with mashups or then your own productions, but yeah, just try to stand out the group.
Okay.
How difficult it is, but I think that's the key to success.
Okay. Nos comenta que como tips que puede decir, básicamente, bueno, lo primero que dijo es no se rindan, crean en ustedes mismos, y salgan más allá del grupo, es decir, hagan sus propias creaciones, ¿no? Dice que ciertamente eso es difícil de hacer en estos días, en que o sea, te ves influenciado a todo el mundo, pero que trates de buscar tu propia creación y sobresalir más allá del resto, ¿no? Que sean ustedes mismos.
La pregunta del streaming.
Okay. Here in streaming,
Okay.
they are asking, what music style do you hear when you're not DJing?
All kinds of music.
Okay.
Also, I think it's very important to not like I play hardstyle. I only love hardstyle. I think that's not good. I try to listen to all genres, from tech house to pop music to. I really love, like, for example, like classical music out of movies.
Okay.
So it's also good for me for your inspiration. And if I go out and I don't have to play, I prefer to go out on deep house or tech house. So.
Okay. Preguntaron por streaming que qué estilo de música escuchaba cuando él estaba detrás de la mesa. Y dice que de todos los estilos. Básicamente que le gusta escuchar de todos los estilos, cree que no cree en ese de que yo solo toco hardstyle y voy a escuchar hardstyle por ende. Más bien aconseja escuchar todos los estilos porque eso puede servir hasta incluso para inspiración, que escucha de pop hasta música, el soundtrack de las películas, ¿no? Y que cuando va a una fiesta y no está tocando, podría preferir como deep house y esos estilos.
Yeah.
Quisiera saber si toma alguna medida preventiva, como cuidarse los oídos cuando toca en vivo, cuando produce.
Okay, he wants to know if you protect yourself or do anything to your ears when you're playing.
Yeah, like the first, I don't know, 10 years maybe I played without protection. So yeah, when I lay in my bed after a night, it was like, and that's never a good sign. So I decided to use protection. Now I have in-ears. For me, it's minus 15 dB. You can go step, I think 30 or 32, I don't know. But yeah, that's a filter I use,
Okay.
and I think it really helps. I put my monitor maybe a little bit louder, but I never have like the feeling like now I damaged my ears. And before I had it like every time. So
Okay.
I think it's very important also, because if you don't hear anymore, yeah.
Which brand of air protection do you use?
I have what's the name?
ACS?
Actually, I know I have the same of Afrojack. It's a Dutch company from Holland.
Oh,
The
okay.
thing is, it was on the bag, but I lost the bag, so.
But it cuts 15?
Yeah, but actually you can remove the filter, so you can choose. You can do -5, 15, or 30, and it's like
Yeah, I know.
it's customized. Yeah, but at the end, I think this is the. I had 4 or 5 inners already.
Yeah,
Because
I know that.
I lost them, and I think the first 2 were from a different brand. I have to say I don't feel these are better. So
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna think about the brand maybe later.
Ok, él, bueno, como preguntaba si él usaba algún tipo de protección para los oídos al momento de tocar, y Ives dice que los primeros 10 años no usaba ningún tipo de protección. Y por ende, se iba todas las noches a dormir con un ligero zumbido en los oídos. Y que ahora, o sea, a partir de ahora, ya usa protección, no recuerda la marca, pero recuerda que es una marca alemana, Touch.
Holandesa.
Hola, gracias. Holandesa. Y eso, que ahora los usa y ya no tiene ese zumbido molesto que tenía antes y lo considera muy importante. Entonces le recomiendo que se protejan los oídos.
Si tuviera que encerrarse en un subgénero de la música electrónica, ¿qué es lo que más prefería él en tocar sus sets?
Okay. If you were to classify in a gender of electronic music,
Yeah.
what were the name?
Oh, sorry, I don't.
If you were to describe yourself, your type
Yeah.
of music as a specific
Oh.
type of
Yeah.
electronic music, what would it be?
Yeah, the thing is, actually, I hate it when they say like, you play EDM or you only play this, but probably if I have to say, you mean what kind of style I play? Yeah, nowadays people say it's EDM. For me, it's house music or it's dance music, but that's what everybody calls it, EDM. But I try to take, like for example, I have a mashup with a break out of a tech house track. So I mix it up, but in general it's more like an energetic house or.
Oh, okay.
But I don't like to put it like in a box. Like
Perfect.
it's good that you can step out of the box and use all kinds of influences.
Perfecto. Bueno, dice particularmente que no le gusta clasificarse como así, ponerse en una caja, ¿no? Encerrarse en una caja y decir, soy de este género. Pero que si tuviera que hacerlo, diría que probablemente ahora lo identifican con lo que es EDM. Pero que para él sería como música de baile, house, un house más energético, eso, energetic.
Yeah.
Eso.
To call it.
Y luego,
¿Yo?
sí.
¿Qué artista a él lo inspira en su carrera? ¿Cómo, a través de qué artista, si tiene algún artista que haya sido su fuente de inspiración para él?
Okay. Which artist did inspire you?
Like in the beginning of my career.
Or career, the beginning of your career.
It's difficult to name one because I actually, before, I was also totally into rock music. I'm still a big fan of Green Day, for example. But it's not that I have one producer or one DJ like that was for me like I have to be like that. I think my influences are from everything I hear on the radio or in clubs. And also like the crowd, I think everything inspires me. It's not like one guy and now I'm gonna do like him.
Okay.
It's more, I don't know, I take everything what I hear and see and
Okay.
I use that as my inspiration.
Okay. Bueno, nos comenta que que él no tiene un artista así como específico, sino que se deja inspirar por todo lo que escucha en su día a día y que, o sea, incluso se consideraba un fanático del rock y que todavía incluso es fanático de Green Day, por ejemplo. Pero que eso, o sea, no tiene como alguien específico, sino que se deja inspirar por lo que escucha en su vida cotidiana.
Have you ever been interested on do something new about the equipment, like live act or something else?
No, not myself. No. No. For the moment, I never thought like, hey, let's do a live show, or you mean like bring your tracks live or something like that?
Something besides DJing?
Yeah. No, because I started to fall in love with vinyl, and because I still play here on vinyl mode, and I don't know, that's my first love, and I would never, because I know that there are guys like drumming, for example, during their set, but I just love to mix. I don't know, maybe it's too simple, but that's what I love to do.
The essence of
and of course, like we have the luxury of Pioneer nowadays with all the effects and the loops, and that makes it more fun. But besides this, no, I never thought like do something extra. Maybe I can dance.
Perfecto. Bueno, le preguntaba si había hecho otras cosas adicionales aparte de mezclar. Y él nos comenta que no, que a él le gusta mucho mezclar. Él empezó con vinilo, ahora pasa a la CJ, también lo hace en modo vinilo. Y que ahora ves, no sé, DJs que también tocan como los drums, las baterías, pero que a él le gusta es mezclar, que quizás es muy simple, pero que es lo que a él le gusta. Y ahora, como las máquinas han evolucionado y tienes, no sé, distintos tipos de efectos y loops, lo hace más entretenido, pero básicamente le gusta es mezclar. Última pregunta.
Quizás en el momento que él empezó a meterse en su carrera de DJ, debe haber sido mucho más difícil que quizás ahora. Pero él tenía, así como por así decirlo, un plan B.
Ok, está bien. He asked that maybe on your days being a DJ was more difficult, you know, like nowadays. Did you have a plan B for that?
Yeah, actually, like I said, DJing was always like a passion, a hobby for me. So I started like DJing in bars, but besides that, I was for 5 or 6 years, I was a teacher in school for, I gave sports and like kind of a philosophy. So I had a totally different life besides DJing. So I always try to combine it as long as I could, because like indeed I wanted to have a plan B, because you never know how it goes with DJ. Now you're hot and tomorrow you're finished. So I always wanted to have like a security, and that was my job as a teacher. But then, yeah, like when all the shows from abroad came, I had to make a choice because I couldn't combine it anymore, and I chose, of course, the DJ.
Great. Okay. Él dice que sí, de hecho tenía su plan B, era profesor, o sea, él enseñaba lo que era filosofía and sports. Did you learn sports and philosophy?
Actually, first sports, but there was not that much work, so I had to choose another.
Okay. Enseñaba deportes y después filosofía. Y en deportes, bueno, no tenía mucho trabajo, así que decidí filosofía. Pero que sí, que él tenía su plan B, porque siempre vio esto de DJ y la música como algo más como un hobby, o sea, o empezó como un hobby, ¿no? Si bien era su pasión, empezó como un hobby y quería tener esto más seguro. Pero que en la medida en que empezaba a envolverse ya en ser más famoso, había que hacer, no eran compatibles, había que hacer una decisión y se decidió por mezclar.
I want to know, how did you manage like to deal with with the people that talk trash about, like there's all the time there's people like talking trash, like haters and all that.
Yeah.
How do you manage that?
I have to say, when I Or do you have to translate first?
Él pregunta de cómo maneja las malas lenguas.
Las malas ondas,
Las
los
malas lenguas.
haters, la gente que habla mal de ti. ¿Cómo lidias con eso?
The haters.
Yeah, especially when I started DJing like more abroad. When I saw like all the like some hate reactions, or like when you have a new release, for example, on YouTube, there's always hate on it. Yeah, sometimes on other social media too. I have to say, in the beginning, it really hurt me. Like I was always like a little bit down, and I was like, wow, because I always want to do good for everybody, but yeah, apparently that's really difficult. What I do now, I have to say, I'm very happy. This is a dream for me. I have the life, that I actually could never imagined. I'm traveling the road with my music, and every week I play in front of a crowd who's happy, who are positive, and I have connection with them. And I think those people are more important than the few who are always hating and saying the same, not only on my page or on my YouTube channel, but like on all kinds of DJs. For me, being positive is the most important thing, and I'm not gonna focus on negative things. If you don't like me, I don't have a problem with it, because of course, some people don't like my music. Maybe it's too commercial, or I don't know, too energetic, but at the end, for me, there's no problem. But just go to another show then, or I'm open for feedback, but I only focus now on positive things and try to be happy with. Yeah.
Okay. Bueno, en relación a la mala onda, nos comenta que, bueno, en un principio, cuando él veía comentarios negativos en su canal en YouTube o otras redes sociales, realmente le dolía, ¿no? O sea, porque gente hablando mal de ti y, bueno, eso te llega a afectar. Pero que en la medida en que, o sea, que él se mantiene positivo y que dice que ahora está viviendo un sueño, ¿no? O sea, él ahora viaja al mundo con su música y tiene la oportunidad de compartir con todos los que son seguidores y conectar con esa gente, con mucha gente. Entonces dice que es mil veces más valioso conectar con esa gente que enfocarse en esos pocos que le lanzan esta mala energía. Y que eso, que se mantengan positivos, o sea, mantenerse positivo.
Yeah, and also what I want to say is, like, I also try to do like all my social media myself, like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I try to do it all myself, so I try to read all the comments, and yeah, sometimes when people say something bad, I try to how do you say that? Yeah, to react, and yeah, for me the fans are the most important thing, because of them I'm doing what I like. So I try to listen, and I try to I just try to.
Okay, bueno, importante, él dice que todas sus redes sociales, Instagram, él trata de manejarlas él mismo. Entonces, que le gusta mantenerse conectado con los fans, porque para él los fans es lo más importante, ¿no? Y luego, bueno,
sí. Ya vamos a finalizar todos con una foto grupal junto a YVES, y queremos agradecer a toda la gente que desarrolló su show el día sábado en Club Ámbar, a Pame, que fue la que gestionó toda esta actividad. Así que todos nos juntamos acá, nos agachamos adelante para que nos salga un aplauso.
So first we're going to take a group picture.
Yes.
No, pero que se quede acá y todos adelante.
Okay. Use.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I hope you like it. And good luck with Ajá.
No te había visto, ¿estabas acá sentado?
Son muchas cosas.
¿Todos?
We have to do one like.
Hola, hola.
Desordénense un poco.
2, 3.
Una foto desordenada.
Sí.
Nada.
Por si acaso hay que empezar ya. ¿Quieres un poquito de